That's just the THX logo.
Maybe we can get that extra. We get that extra 30, 40 people in here. 30
Extra
people.
30. What you said it was 300 what?
28 people.
It's 328.
It's now 392. 392 is what it is.
So yeah,
so
28
we need 28 people.
And
then
if you're
we'll
a 29th person, fuck off.
Yeah. All right.
Nobody
I'm
wants
doing
you.
it. I'm gonna eat this crazy weed gummy. It's
You are?
Yeah, this gummy is a I think it's like 500 milligrams of THC. So here we go down the hatch.
Sam,
for 420, dude.
Sam.
In case I flip out, I have my Narcan or whatever it's called. What is it? Narcol?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm boofing it. A kid died off of 500 milligrams before. Yep. Narcrum. Nacrum? No, Narcum is the joke. I think you had a typo on that joke, dude. Yeah. I was really proud of myself.
For what? That joke?
I went on Doughboys. You know Doughboys?
Oh, you went on Doughboys. That's a They talk about fast food, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Food, whatever.
To promote all our stuff going on.
Cool. Uh-huh.
And I don't know if there were any Doughboys fans, but the Mike Mitchell's trying to do no cum talk in 2024. And
oh no,
we didn't mention we got, we got there. We talked about some dirty stuff, but I think just naturally, I wasn't even going for it. Didn't even come up that there was no cum talk.
You just said it out. Anyway, sorry.
But no, I said it. I can say it. Mike Mitchell is the one. I'm just proud of myself for not doing the cum talk.
It's like when your friend says, "I'm going to quit drinking this year," and like when you hang out with them, you don't drink either. It's like, hey man, we can hang out without drinking. I'm pretty sure when you quit drinking, I did not do that.
How many people are fucking totally baked right now?
Yeah. Hold on. Yes. Enter.
The base isn't working in the subwoofer.
Watch
Friends and it's not
the base isn't working.
The subwoofer isn't working and it's ruining her viewing of Friends.
What? You can't hear the nice low tones
goes,
and
how
Smelly
you
Cat.
Doing?
the low end on Smelly Cat.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll take another.
We move stuff around. It's probably turned off or.
Oh, it's weird. The green screen. It edits out the smoke. That's weird. Nate, can the crowd hear you?
Sure. If you want them to.
Yeah. I mean, it's the choice is it's us hanging out or it's us and Timmy. So, or it's just me.
Oh, you know what though?
Yeah. I got this sick bong here, and I'm just doing hits.
That's that Andre Agassi strain.
Oh yeah, it makes your hair fall out. Did you guys know that, chat, about Andre Agassi, the tennis player? That
you know what? I mean, I get it. Because when you want to really feel that bass, they go, you want to feel it in your butt, you know?
Yeah, Timmy, we weren't having a conversation about anything. Yeah, you weren't just interrupting.
Well, my daughter interrupted us. So that's
I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. fucking we were talking about Andre Agassi and about how he wore a wig.
He wore a wig?
Yeah.
When?
Because didn't he have like alopecia or something develop, or isn't that it?
Was that what happened? Yeah.
And so and he like wore a wig. Was it cancer? I didn't think it was cancer.
No, I think he was just going bald, guys. I think he was just going bald. Yeah.
He was just going bald.
Nate doesn't know shit.
I don't know. This actually reminds me of a story, is that we shot a promo once with Chris Kattan.
Yes.
And this is not a flattering story now that I think about
it. Should we tell it? Is it about who does it not flatter?
Us and Chris Kattan. Chris Kattan was actually like really, really nice and kind of fun to hang out with.
He was, because we were supposed to be kind of funny together or whatever, and we had a great time goofing around with him.
What was the promo for though? That I don't really see you guys.
It was for Whitest Kids, Z-Rock, and Chris Kattan's show on IFC.
Yeah, so they're all coming out. They're doing a comedy block thing. Yeah, he had this show about where he went to Bollywood or something.
Yeah.
And he had this, so his co-star was this very nice to look at lady who was very nice that you guys knew from Imagination. What was her name?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Beautiful lady, very cool.
That was,
what was her name? She told me not to eat pork. I didn't listen.
Pooja, I think.
Pooja, that sounds right. Okay. Anyway, so we're hanging out with Chris Kattan, making funny things.
Well, we're having lunch for it, and there was this like tabloid floating around that had Seal on the cover, the artist Seal, and everyone was talking about his face and about like, oh yeah, I think it was like a gang thing, and then like some people were like, oh, I think it's like a tribal thing, and like why Seal's face looked the way it did. And then we're like, actually, like this is like 2008, and someone's like, hey, we have these things that were just invented that can look up anything in our pockets. They're called iPhones. And someone looked it up, and it was like, oh, he had like some skin disease.
Yeah, he had some horrible thing happen, right? Oops.
No, it was like, but it was just like we had all these like semi-racist theories of how this person who like I think grew up in England got this thing. We were like, I think it's like not the best. It's definitely our own prejudices showing, and but
hey, but
that happens,
we could, yeah, we're old enough now. We what we get to say now. It was a different time.
I think you live, you learn. I think I'm not going to blame the time. I'm going to say we've evolved since then.
You live, you learn. Sorry.
Yeah, not a good look.
One of these. Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, hey.
Anyways.
Hey. Yeah, guess what, guys?
We made it, and I respect the hell out of
I'm in the CIA.
Yeah.
And guess what? The CIA is trying to take down all you stoners out there, and this is all a bust.
The CIA wants you to switch to crack.
I am busting you.
You busted.
You're all busted. Timmy, how's it going?
Oh man. Huh?
How's it going?
Me? I'm doing great, man. Geez, I had a busy week with our stuff, of course. I just earlier went to a benefit event for a lady I know here who she has an organization to help people with cancer pay their bills and stuff, or like if they have to go somewhere for treatment, get hotel rooms. And she's unfortunately now dealing with it. So he had a huge fundraiser for her. And so it's everybody, I graduated with her. So it's like a bunch of people my age. And it's just one of those things when you get older where it's like, oh, it's like now we're like the people in the community who do things, like putting together the thing. And, and it was like, I've done a lot for her via, my friends and just helping get the word out about stuff. But, it was still, there were some of the cool kids from when I was in high school, the popular kids there that were doing their own fundraiser thing. And it was just like, why do I still get anxious talking to those people? You know what I mean?
Oh, did they? What were the interactions like?
Well, because I was like, hey, I want to get one of your things. I can Venmo you, right? They're like, no. And I brought cash, but I had spent cash on some
they
other
weren't
stuff.
like nice to you?
Yeah, they were nice. It was just awkward. And then my very good
coming
buddy
from
there,
them, they like gave you the cold shoulder.
Well, it wasn't cold shoulder, but I was like, hey, I want to, can I Venmo this thing to help they were doing this like fundraiser thing where they raffle off something. I'm like, hey, I would love to do that. Well, and it was $50, and I'm like, I would love to do that there. I'm like, but I had cash, but I used it for buying lunch and all this other stuff. And it all goes to the lady. And they're like, well, yeah, and I couldn't Venmo it, so then I couldn't do it. And I just awkwardly was there. It was me being awkward, but it's still the reason I was being awkward is because I felt put on the spot, and I only felt put on the spot because of who they were. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, you should have done. This is just me, and like, first off, what you should have done.
Take out my TV dick.
I forget what the acronym would be. I think like WWSD. What would Sam do? Think about that. What would Sam do in this situation? And I'll tell you what I would do in that situation. Go. Oh, yeah, sorry. People who've been on TV don't really carry cash around that much.
Which, you know what? I am pretty sure long before he ran for president, I read an article where Donald Trump said like exactly that. He did. He was like, I don't carry cash. Yeah. I'm on television.
See, that's the thing, is they would have read that too. Being where you're from.
Right. Yeah.
And them being like the people they are.
Well, no, but it's an article on a magazine, and if it was past the headline, so I don't know if they did read it, you know?
True.
But yeah, you know, it was one of the pretty girls. Pictures? It was one of the pretty popular girls and one of the like the cool dudes from high school. And, you know, I'm so, you know, and it's like I get in the car and I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with me? I am so much more popular and cool than they are now. And I'm not trying to float a boat, but just mathematically, statistically. You know what I mean?
Do you know what did I tell you what my kick is every once in a while? My new kick is I go back on Facebook and I just cruise around Facebook.
Oh God.
And it's like, it's very weird. It's very, it is like it is that feeling of like going back to your hometown and being like, hey, wow, oh, this is what this person's doing.
Well, and as you know, I've mentioned before, but around here, it's still very active. And so I still use it to promote things, and it's very strange, you know? But I don't really go look at what other people are like. I don't look at other people's pages. I'll post my thing, respond to comments, and get the fuck out, you know? But,
no, here's the thing. Facebook, it's back in. It's ironic. Facebook is Brooklyn 2004 now.
Honestly, X gets worse and harder to use every time I do something on it.
Yeah.
Like I was promoting this yesterday, and then I always, you know, as I've done for years, is that I'll do the plus thing to add a second tweet or now a second post with the link to the Twitch page. Always works fine before.
X, no?
Re-X, double X. I'll try a double X, and I put in a link.
Double XL, yeah.
Double XL. There, maybe now your magazine won't have so much trouble to sell. Anyway, so I do that, and then it doesn't work. And it like keeps saying it didn't work, and then I eventually have to like reply to myself instead. But you know, you used to be able to like tweet multiple tweets all at the same time and just send them, you know?
Did you feel duped? Because I feel duped because like when all of a sudden Twitter changed its name to X, I was like, things are getting cool around here. Whoa. Hold on now. Somebody figured out the coolest letter in the alphabet.
It has so much, like that name change has so much dad that got divorced in 1998 energy.
Yeah, you know? it's very much an earring. Like it's a late in life earring.
Oh man.
Which I've been thinking, like, should I get my ears pierced before or just one pierced before the screening?
Like within the next few minutes, or you mean before Tribeca?
No, before Tribeca.
Okay, I thought you meant like before we start the movie.
One little gold hoop.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember many years ago, we were going to do that Generation Viper show on stage, and I was going to get my nipples pierced on stage, and then the guy couldn't do it. And so instead, you tried to break a beer bottle over my butt on stage.
Yeah.
And we didn't prepare, which I'm sure you didn't do on purpose. You did not prepare the bottle, because if people don't know to make
crap out of your butt.
Oh, dude. And it was one of the few times in my life where I was like I had a lady at the time. So she like grabs my ass later. She's like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I was like, wow, it's like a giant had spanked me. It was before I was fat. So like people still would like talk to me and have sex with me sometimes. So, but
ladies used to say that to you before that happened. That's just like kind of a common thing when a lady grabs your butt to be like, what the fuck is going on here? And you're like, I'm sorry, it's got lumps.
Yeah, but this time it was disappointed. Normally it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
What is this butt?
It feels like sand, whatever. Your butt felt like sandbags.
I'm looking for, if anyone knows, what's the diet where your ass still keeps its plumpness and you just lose the other stuff?
I think that's whenever BBL.
It's a what?
A BBL?
What's that?
Brazilian butt lift. You got to go to Brazil for it.
All right, man.
And then you're not allowed to sit in your seat when you're flying home.
Wait, what do?
You get what it is you get your fat, you get like liposuction out of your stomach and you put it into your butt.
Oh, I knew that. I meant the plane. You said you can't sit
and then you have to like sit backwards in your seat with your butt in the air, I guess.
Did they give you a hemorrhoid pillow? Would that help? I guess that wouldn't help.
I don't know. I don't think,
it'd be the opposite. You'd have to get an opposite hemorrhoid pillow because your ass cheeks hurt, but your butthole would be fine. So what if you had like a post you could just like insert and just like perch on that in the plane seat? That'd be weird. You have to take your pants off a little bit.
Have a like a dildo?
Yeah. Attached to the chair. That's what they need. They needed just a couple of Simeons. Man, we made it 19 minutes. Oh, by the way, it's 4:19 here.
Oh, whoa.
3, 2,
1, hit it.
Oh, you know what though? That's what my computer says. My phone says it's 4:22. Now my computer says it's 4:20.
Take another gummy.
Well, I took a little bite of one. I'll go take another little bite.
Do you guys want to talk about the news?
It's like be a dad. Well, here's the thing. I wasn't planning on having to be a dad today, and
I will talk about the news.
Sam, talk about the news. Yes,
and so also maybe talk about the anniversary. What year anniversary is this of the first show you guys ever did live?
This is the 23rd anniversary. I was writing this in an email recently, and I wrote it's going to be the 13th anniversary, and realized like, oh no, 23rd anniversary of us doing our first live Whitest Kids show.
That's right. I wasn't even fucking. I existed.
You weren't even born then. Yeah,
I existed, but not to them.
All right, so let me get to the news. Israel's strike on Iran, a limited attack, but a potentially big signal. U.S. officials noted that Iranian decision to downplay the explosion can't read that word, was a clear effort by Iran's Revolutionary Guard to avoid. It was an
offensive word, or you couldn't pronounce it?
Yeah. It was no, I just couldn't pronounce it. It was a location. And then the other news is that the House approves $95 billion in foreign aid to Ukraine, Israel, and U.S. allies.
Other news, this bit is bumming me out.
This one's good. Set in ink, Jim Harbaugh gets a 15-0 tattoo that he promised. Wait, what bit? I thought we wanted to hear about the news.
Well, I see some people in here when we mentioned Tribeca, we're like, what? So, we've mentioned it across many social media things, but not Twitch yet. So there's some people who only hang out with us on Twitch,
Oh, the Whitest Kids news.
Yeah.
You wanted the Whitest Kids news.
Hey, sorry about Sam, everybody, but it's 4:20. What do you expect from us?
Yeah. Oh, here's something. Women tried to board a flight at Memphis airport with 56 pounds of marijuana, and they confiscated 2 pounds. They said, you're over the 54-pound limit. She showed up with 56 pounds of marijuana and then had to pay because her bag was over the weight limit.
That's funny. And now you'll have to buy an extra seat for your 2 pounds of weed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She had to move 6 pounds of weed into her carry-on. Um,
Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, this was a big news week for
Whitest Kids. Yeah. We've had
Another
no
magazine
news for a
reference.
long time.
No
People
news.
accusing us of being thieves.
Yeah,
people were
people
outright
thought we
like,
ripped you off.
So these guys are just fucking ripping us off and getting rich on our donations, right? No, we were submitting to festival. And actually, when people were accusing us of that, we'd been accepted to the Tribeca Film Festival,
we just
but weren't
tell
allowed
you.
to announce because that's not our news to announce. That's
Right,
Tribeca. That's like being like, oh, guys, guess what? I'm an uncle. And everyone's like, wait, shouldn't your sister be telling us that she's pregnant? And you're like, no, it's more important that I'm an uncle.
It's like if Sam and I came on here almost 2 years ago and I said, hey, everybody, Sam has a son now.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
Now you can tell these people to suck your dick, so right?
Yeah, so suck it.
So
tell them to suck it. You want an apology, right?
Too.
Well, every single person.
Everyone.
No,
I want
everyone
them to shut up and buy a ticket.
And apologize directly.
Oh, hey, what about that graphic, Nate? Should we try and do that? I could put it right here in the middle.
Here's what I want.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing I want texted you about.
Everyone to flood the Reddit with their apology posts. Like their own apology. I don't want one apology post and be like, hey, all the apologies here. I just want it flooded with apology posts. That would make me feel better.
Tag it as Bunkerson and Myers fan art.
Yeah. Actually, I do have, there's one big question that gets thrown around. And like, here's the thing. So this is a film festival. It's Tribeca Film Festival. And it's a big deal. Big Robert De Niro Film Festival, who, unlike Timmy, I'm a fan. I think he's a great actor.
Like I told you, Sam, sorry. I don't like people that are too old. Sorry. That's as good as it gets. Sorry, guys.
What's your favorite De Niro?
My favorite De Niro film?
Yeah. They're not film, but role.
Oh, role. Okay. Well, I'm always going to love the prequel shit in Godfather 2. I like, I don't know. I mean, he's good. Okay, the Godfather 2 thing. His smaller part in fucking Brazil is pretty cool. I love him as Taxi Driver, Travis Bickle. And I'm trying to think of a later De Niro. I mean, Heat, but that's not even later De Niro anymore.
Yeah, Heat's great. And that is like a good version. Cape Fear, really good. That got thrown out.
That.
One role that I really love him in that is just sort of like a more like subdued De Niro. I love the two like really subdued roles that he does, which I would say are, and they're supporting roles definitely, but Copland and Jackie Brown.
Yes. Oh, great answers, both of those.
They're both like these like really quiet De Niros. Like they're both really like not the like I'm gonna blow my top. De Niros.
Yeah, totally. And if I'm not mistaken, shot really close to each other.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. They're both like that late 90s.
Yeah, like he was kind of maybe taking a step back a little bit and just did some smaller stuff. But yeah, fantastic. Copland's a great movie.
I wasn't a fan of Meet the Parents, but Meet the Fockers, he was amazing in. And same with Analyze That. That's
Dirty
the best
Grandfather.
Stuff.
Or what was
that's
that?
That's the best stuff. Yeah, dirty stinking grandfather, I think is what that one's called.
You dirty stinking grandpa. That happens.
Someone just threw out The Last Tycoon. Wow, that's a deep cut. I think that's that director who did The Swimmer. Am I wrong about that?
Oh, that brings
did The
up
Swimmer, Man on the Swing, and what was that other movie that he did? Mommy Dearest. I forget what the guy's name is.
And so he founded Tribeca Film Festival. Is that why? Is this where we're going with this?
Nate, can they hear you?
Sorry.
Yes.
Can they hear you? Oh, they can hear you. You know what, Nate? It's 420.
High as balls.
I know. I'm just refocusing. So
TFO.
A few people have asked what this means as far as like now it's in the Tribeca Film Festival.
Okay.
What happens to the viewer from Watertown, South Dakota? What does that mean for them?
Well, this viewer hopefully
I would
gets
call
to go.
Timmy a host. Yeah, I think you're
No, but I'm not talking about Timmy. I'm saying like just somebody who's not going to the festival. What does it mean?
Okay, so
what does it mean?
The reason you go to a festival is to get a bunch of eyeballs on it, and best case scenario would be someone there who is some sort of distributor person working for a streaming or theater or production company, whatever, wants to purchase it and get it out there, right, Sam? I mean, that's kind of the long and short of it.
Exactly. We have a friend, Chelsea Peretti, who last year she showed her movie First Time Female Director at Tribeca Film Festival, premiering there. And now it's premiering on what's it called?
Peacock? Is it Peacock? No.
No, I think it's Roku TV or something, like the Roku.
Cool. I gotta check that out. I'm sure it's funny. Have you
seen
it?
But like, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. No. I just seen her. Am I? Is that correct? Away Stork Away says Roku. Yeah. So that is an example of a movie that came out. Another example. Another example is, Bottoms.
Yeah.
Was playing. I forget what festival that premiered at, but that played at festivals. And then Elizabeth Banks's company, I believe, acquired it and then released that theatrically. And so hopefully it goes well and we get some theatrical release.
That'd be the best.
But like also, bear with us, because that would be like the process of like them buying it and then them hiring someone to figure out when the best time to release it would be. And, it could, be a little while, but, but like, this is that going to that next step of like figuring out how to release it. And,
so it's going to be a while before more news on that, probably.
Yeah. But like, say no one buys it. That's when we, like figure out some other way to get it out to people. Like, but yeah.
Sam and I are going to drive to each person's house and just show it to you.
Maybe we do a good old fashioned Kevin Smith movie tour.
Yeah, what did they do that? Quentin Tarantino did that with Hateful Eight or something, didn't he?
Did he?
Road show, or what do you call it? Something. Anyways, it'd be fun.
And you guys did this in 70 millimeter, right?
Yeah.
yeah. But to us, it was really cool to finally be able to say this, just because we know everybody. We're so grateful for the support, and we know people have been hanging on. Even the large majority of fans that were not being shitheads about it and not accusing us of being scammers. Well, we guys know you've been patiently waiting too. So it was great to be able to be like, hey, look, it is a thing that we're doing. Here it is.
Yeah, you guys were right to back us.
Yeah.
But it's fun to tell people to suck your dicks, right?
Right. And I think it's funny, the people that thought we were scamming them, it's like, yo, we're fucking morons. If we were going to steal money, we grew up on pop culture and we're idiots. So if we were going to steal money, we would probably try and pull a heist. Like I would wear a leather suit like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment, and we'd try and wiggle around in a bank and steal money. We wouldn't pull off something like that.
If you ever feel like in any way like ripped off by us, like that we didn't deliver on something, I can assure you it is out of laziness and stupidity.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee.
Guys. We're just
lazy guys. It is not out of malice. There's no malice there. We want to be good. We want to be right. But yeah.
It's like not Occam's razor, but it's like somebody else's razor. Don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to incompetence.
Oh, is that a fact?
Funny.
Yeah, it's a real. It's like it's a real
I forget what that is, but yeah, I've heard that before. So that's happening, and then of course the day after we dropped more news, which is something people have been waiting for even longer than Mars.
Yeah, I was pleasantly so excited and a little like surprised, because like so many people have been asking about Mars for so long and doing the thing of like, you guys, I was like, oh, this is the big stuff. But then we announced this other news and people really were like, oh my God, which is that Whitest Kids You Know was acquired by Shout Factory, the lovely people over at Shout Factory.
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be released on their streaming sites and services. And it upcoming, there will be a DVD and a box set of all
Blu-ray,
5 seasons
something
of all. Yeah. I believe it would be a Blu-ray. I think that's, the kind of the standard now is for stuff to be released in Blu-ray. And I think a 4K DVD would not make any sense with the quality that it's currently in. Right. It is funny because it is a thing where the first you can see there's a promo for it, but you can see that like that first season, it's like it was shot at 720. That's just the roof of the quality of it. And I think there is some sort of upscaling that they can do, but like it is funny that from like season chat. 1. Oh really? Oh, yep. What up?
Shout TV's in the chat?
Yep.
Whoa. Hey, cool. What's up? How you doing, Shout? We are so stoked.
Yeah, they're so stoked. Also, the other thing we can talk about now that we got to announce this Shout TV is Timmy, it was just your birthday, right?
It was my birthday about a week and a half ago on Wednesday, April 10th. Yep.
And you got something in the mail.
Yeah.
Right?
So for people that don't know, I'm a fucking movie collector freak. I'm almost up to 500 individual titles, 700 films. And so I, when we found out, we found out that we could be working with Shout Factory quite a while ago. And so when we found that out, that's why we're stinkers, because we knew all this shit for a long time. Anyway, so when we found out Shout, I was like, fuck yes, because I know how great they are about stuff. And I was so stoked when Blu-ray came into the conversation for Shout, because I have box sets they've done and they're awesome. So I was super stoked. And so I got home from work last week, Thursday or Friday, and there was a box there. And there's often boxes because I order movies. And I did that, and it was a bunch of stuff from Shout Factory, and they are so nice. They sent me a birthday present, and Sam helped plan it because he's a real good person. And what was cool about it is, despite all the shit I have, there was not one duplicate. They fucking nailed it.
They hooked you up with that Shaw Brothers box set.
Yeah,
right?
There's a new So there's the Shaw Scope sets that I have, but now Shout's been doing some Shaw Brothers sets, and the great thing about that is it's totally different movies. So they sent me one of those. They sent me 2 Sonny Chiba sets, he's a Japanese.
Yeah, those look awesome.
Dude, yeah. I have the Street Fighter series that he did, but I don't have all these other films. So it's great because he was kind of going to be the next Bruce Lee, but his movies and just kind of Japanese movies in general are a little nastier and a little more extra violent. So they're really fun to watch. Like in the first Street Fighter film, he rips off a man's testicles.
I believe in the movie True Romance, Christian Slater for his birthday goes to a Sony Chiba Film Fest and screening and explains to Patricia Arquette like this is who he is and what his whole deal is. It's very like kind of a big like plot point or character point that it's a Sony Chiba thing.
Yeah. And what's cool about that is that the way he describes it in the movie to the lady is like, yeah, this is exactly what it is. Hey Nate, I just put up the graphic for some frequently answered answers just for right now, but there's kind of
I'll do what I can.
You need to move it over. Oh wait, I can move it over. Let me move it over.
I got one of these things I want to one of the frequently asked questions or it's the first one I'll tackle right now. No Mars trailer yet. No, actually we are talking to people about like, hey, like how do you do this? Like, it's some professionals that do this all the time. And even though we would be able to make a trailer, they say that like part of selling your movie is that you shouldn't make a trailer because you want to give it to someone and they want to like package it themselves and have input on that goes and be a part of the whole process. Makes sense. And like if we put a trailer out there, kind of steps on that. And
that makes sense. That's good.
So little
because and that's for the people that used
selling 101.
Yeah. And for the people that used to ask us the question, I wouldn't even call it a question, but they would send a message that was the word Mars and then a question mark. That was it, Mars? And now that we've said Mars, now they say trailer. And so now we're saying no trailer. But there will be eventually. Yeah.
There will be eventually, yeah. But like, we have to, have it kind of come out first. And the thing that totally makes sense about that to me is like you usually don't see a trailer for a film and then see it again and it have its laurels on it. Right. Usually the first time you see a movie trailer, it will have all its sort of like, these are the film fests that we played at.
Yeah. And we're planning to have like 30 seconds of laurels at the starting of our trailer.
Not 30 laurels, 30 seconds of
like
laurels.
Every
like each
laurel.
second, there's going to be a page of 10 laurels.
It's fucking, dude, we are expecting.
And even some Hardys too.
I was going to say Canyon, but we're both there.
Yeah, love Laurel.
Yeah, that's Hardys? What Nate said, Hardy. Or that's what Sam said, Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, oh, it's a joke. Sorry.
Laurel and Carl's Jr.
I'm playing the position of the uninformed chat person who missed it.
Also,
who's on first?
Nate. Anyways, but yeah, the other things there are just, I thought I'd leave that up there until we start watching Civil War on Drugs here in a minute, just so people know, because these are the questions people ask a lot. And Sam and I have been the ones fielding a lot of the questions since we started making all these great announcements. So
I do have an answer for this next one too.
Okay.
With the or not this next one. I do have a little bit of info that we know is that I know that tickets for the Tribeca Film Festival, as I can't tell you like this is how you get tickets and this is how much they'll cost. And this, I know there's info right now and people are like, oh, like you have to buy passes and then this will be released and that'll be released. Are there going to be single? Because I don't know, but I know that the tickets do go on sale April 30th.
Hey,
that is some info I have.
And the next day is when we start streaming on Shout's streaming service.
Oh yeah, May 1st. Yeah,
another good couple of days coming up.
Yeah,
about 2 weeks. So
that's
a week and a half.
So exciting. I am so excited about that because I'm sure as all of you know that like whenever someone's like, hey, I've been watching your show, they tell me that out of like, hey, I've had to like climb this mountain and do these tasks to acquire
to see a shoebox camera quality.
Link to this season 4 of Whitest Kids, or I've had to pay $3,000 to someone on eBay for this VHS that's clearly a McDonald's copy of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade that's been taped over
with episodes of Almost Live. Oh yeah.
Did you ever do the thing where you put the tape on the tab and then you tape over a movie? Then it's
crazy you can do that. But so and I just I mentioned this also, like I said, I collect Blu-rays. So I made a fun post in the boutique Blu-ray subreddit that I'm in. I'm like, hey, I'm one of the few people here because there's a few other like filmmakers and stuff in there. I said, I'm about to be one of the few people here that will be able to collect themselves on a boutique Blu-ray. And a lot of people were talking about it. And I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh my God. I guess the little bit I ate is already doing it.
I do that all the time. Yeah, because of how stoned I am.
Well, yeah,
constantly.
It's when you get older, you don't get drugs as an excuse. You get mental illnesses as an excuse. But for me, it's both right now. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Someone was like, "Oh yeah, I hate looking up because I was trying to buy a bootleg on eBay," and I said, it's probably too late now that we're about to release a good version. But I said I should have had an advice column or an advice show where people are like, "Hey, should I buy this DVD or Blu-ray of the Whitest Kids from this guy on eBay?" And each time I would do this. No. Because did you come across any, Sam, have you ever seen someone buy that and you don't think it's and you actually thought it was a good idea? I haven't,
No, yeah.
Because I don't know what the fuck it was. Also, it's unauthorized by us. So, there's that whole thing, but, it's just a weird thing, like don't do it. And
we don't. Here's the big thing too. That thing that you're buying, we don't see a dime from that.
Yeah,
how fucked up is that? We need that green.
We need that green so we could get that green for 20.
Yeah. You're taking weed out of my bong.
Man.
If you buy that, just so you know, you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't download a car, would you?
I'm so sick of smoking ramen, you guys. I thought of that, and then I said it. It sounded even dumber than when I thought of it. So, which is how you want things to go.
No, yeah, it was good. It was good.
But yeah, and I think these other ones is pretty, But people were asking immediately about the resolution. Well, it's going to be good, except for the cases where it can't be. Where it's going to be lower. But is that right, Sam? Or I'm kind of talking.
Also, hey, here's something that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Nate, can you pull up that Shout Factory promo for us being on Shout Factory?
Yeah.
Is that on YouTube's?
Yeah.
I have it in my email. I could actually send it to you.
I had a link to it.
I think it is on YouTube, so it'd be easier. Let me see.
That is how I was given it.
I just want to point something out to the astute and diehard Whitest Kids fans.
Some people have noticed this.
Yeah, I have it. If you are wanting to see it,
should we take the FAQ off? Anyways,
leave it up. I will.
Okay,
I'm gonna type it out into the bot so the chat bot can post it every 10 minutes or so.
Cool.
That way you don't have to have it on screen. But I don't. Or you can just email it to me and I'll do it off camera. Okay. Do you guys want to see the Shout promo here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
And then this is for the streaming too. This is.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to show you.
And there's something about this commercial that made me feel cool because I don't think our old ads had voiceover when they showed us on IFC and stuff. Now you got to be like, the Whitest Kids, I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone was asked to show up to a place to talk about us. That feels good.
And not to the cops or the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Usually people pay the cops to pay someone to go talk about us to the cops. And we're like, we were framed. That guy was paid to show up here. You can't
fucking bring us down. We're the Teflon Dons of comedy.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really
stupid. You kids look like you could use a delicious fruity beverage.
Who are you?
The Whitest Kids You Know.
Dude, that's disgusting.
You ruined my day. Is coming soon to Shout TV.
Wow. You're going to get in so much trouble.
Business is all about being able to adapt.
All 5 seasons.
In exactly 5 seconds, it will officially become opposite day.
Your teacher has passed on.
Yes! Well, we had a test today. Score.
Including the feature length, The Civil War on Drugs.
So that sketch right there was cut from the show on season 5. If you're ever wondering why they showed songs of olden time twice in 2 separate episodes, it's because at the last second that sketch was banned. I forget if there was an incident that brought that on.
Right, but it definitely. It's one of those things where okay, we get it's upsetting, but what the fuck, So.
Yeah. And then the other cool thing is, yes, Trevor is, even though he has passed on, he's still in the show.
Now, are other band sketches going in?
Not to this is the going into the streaming and everything. But I'm pretty sure, we have them on a hard drive somewhere that the other band sketches would as many as we can dig up will go in the box set.
The Sherlock Holmes sketch. What else was it? McGriff. I
don't think the Sherlock Holmes sketch will go in the box.
No, no. Okay, because that one, did we watch it once on here? I think we did. It's pretty rough.
Did we?
No, we talked about it.
Rough, yeah.
I think I watched it, but we talked. I think I don't think we watched it like we talked about. Yeah, that one probably wouldn't. But yeah. Anyways, but no, there's a few that will, right? And yeah, as far as that goes, other special features like commentary and stuff. I don't know. We're still we have yet to figure all that stuff out, So
yeah. But we want to do as much as possible. We want that's the it's been such a long time coming. And this is, I've said this in meetings, is we want to give the fans as much as they can get.
Yeah. That's another reason why Shout Factory is such a fucking great partner for this, because that's what they do on all their releases. They, a lot of these boutique labels do, but Shout always does a great job of it. They do new interviews and commentaries when they can. They dig up fucking everything they can find, and it's going to be cool,
Let me tell you something. So
right.
Shout Factory is located here in
sunny Los Angeles.
Sunny Los Angeles. So I'm at the office. They're saying hello, introducing themselves, and then they go,
"Hey," they're saying mute.
Mute?
Somebody's muted.
Am I muted? Mute.
It muted for like 1 second while we switch scenes.
Okay.
Which, as we know, is the end of the world.
Yeah, we'll rewind it. You were bringing hard drives of the show over to Shout Factory.
Bring it over to Shout Factory, and like saying hello to the great guys that work over there. And one of the guys was like, "Hey, do you want a DVD?" And I was like, "Oh, you guys have like a Criterion closet here?" And like, it's funny because they're like, probably like, yeah, that's our competitor.
Yeah, we don't call it.
We don't call it the Criterion closet.
Is it though?
But here's the thing: you go in the Criterion closet and you're looking at a bunch of DVDs and you're thinking, like, okay, which one of this is going to be the best replacement for some Dramamine? Like, which one of these will, like,
which one of these choices will
trouble
make me,
getting some sleep lately, and which one of these is going to knock me out the quickest?
Right, because it's a lot of art films. And
turns out
films.
It's an all the way tie. It's every one of them equally will immediately put you to sleep.
And every time you watch Criterion Closet, you see someone you respect, some cool actor or actress or somebody that you respect, then just sound as pretentious as possible.
Yeah, just go,
Amercord. It's like, come on. So anyway, Sam,
any like 4 foreign words put together.
I love this film.
This is the film that inspired me to start everything.
Let's be real.
You go in the Shout Cellar. That's what we're calling it.
I like it. Shout Cellar. Sounds like Silence of the Lambs, but that's okay.
The Thing. It is like Silence of the Lambs. There's so much, I'm like, yes, Dr. Giggles. Okay, People Under the Stairs. Check. The Police Academy box set. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's 13th. Fun.
Yeah,
I got so much fun stuff there. It was great. It was a blast.
And that's what they sent me. They sent me, like I said, karate pictures, kung fu pictures, the Stephen King werewolf movie, Silver Bullet, the Blob remake, which is amazing. Speaking of the thing.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is you go to the Criterion closet if you need some sleep. But if Freddy Krueger is after you and you're trying just to wait it out by staying up as long as possible, you go to the Shout Cellar.
Yeah, you go
grab as many DVDs as possible, and you got them. You got 4Ks, you got Blu-rays of just some of the most like the fun movies.
Yeah, here's the deal. You want to sleep? Go to Criterion Closet. You want to have fun? Stay up? You go to the Shout Cellar. You want to get put on a watch list? You go to the Vinegar Syndrome store. So that's how you do it. They used to sell porn. Then they took their porn arm and anyways. But anyways, no, Shout is terrific. And yes, they do, and it is weird. Each of these labels kind of has a different angle, but Shout is just so much fun stuff. And when it comes to TV, they really, there's not a lot of these boutique places doing TV releases, and Shout does, and their streaming service too, which I have had on occasion, jam fucking packed. I was watching The Prisoner, it's all these cool things.
Cool,
and The Whitest Kids fits right into that, because even though it makes Sam and I feel old when people say this, we're a cult classic apparently, so we kind of fit in with all that stuff.
And you know what's really funny about this right now It sounds like we are like being sponsored by Shout Factory because in a way we are because they're putting out this DVD.
Yeah.
No, they didn't ask us to say this.
No, we fucking
They're
love
probably
it.
going to say, "Hey guys, can you dial it back?"
You guys, people are gonna think that we're like making you talk about us.
Yeah.
It's like, and I just want to tell them like, hey, I've like being a crazy Blu-ray collector and knowing that we're gonna be working with you guys for like a year and then finally pulling it off and getting to talk about it, it's been driving me fucking crazy. So to be able to talk about, oh, we're on one of my favorite labels, fucking awesome,
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys made a steelbook of the Dawn of the Dead remake. I mean, come on, you don't mess around. I have a steelbook of their Battle Beyond the Stars, which is Roger Corman ripping off Star Wars. It came out in like 79 or 80. It's fucking amazing, and it's a beautiful release. There's a great scene where there's 5 clones who share one mind, and then they meet the American guy. George Papard from the A-Team is the American guy who, even though it's space, he's a cowboy and he has like. It's a hot dog, sorry, but he's got hot dogs, right? So he gives one of the clones a hot dog, and there's this amazing shot where they're all standing there, 5 clones. One of them eats the hot dog, and they all smile because they share the same consciousness.
Cool.
So they're all like, this is great. Anyways, Shout fucking rules, So there we go. Stoked.
Cool.
Stoked.
Yeah. No, I think it's so fun. And like also like, if like with that hard drive, they mailed it back to me and there's some DVDs in there just like,
seriously?
They're like, hey, here's
I love it. I feel like it's like they're open every drawer. Like you work at an office at Shout and you open a drawer like, God, now I got all these John Carpenter movies everywhere. I'll just send some to Sam. It's great. They have like most of John Carpenter's films, I think, if not all.
I tell you, I rewatched People Under the Stairs. Also,
so fucking good.
It's so good.
It's great.
It's so good.
And
it's the 2 people from
Twin Peaks. It's Big Ed and Nadine, and so which the actress Wendy Roby, and God, I can't.
She's so good in it.
She's so
good, and it's that guy, also the guy from that milk commercial, the Aaron Burr, that classic Got Milk commercial.
Yes, Waylon.
Yeah, and then
Frank
Whalen.
Frank Whaley. It's one of
no. That's not Frank
Whaley. But
Frank Whaley is the guy
Whalen.
from the beginning of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. No, this is something Whalen. But I know because he's also in Tammy and the T-Rex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in. I think he's in Twister, and I think he's also in Never Been Kissed. He's one of the other guys that works at
Sean Whalen. There we go.
Sean Whalen. Yeah.
I was getting Sean Gunn and Frank Whaley. Anyways, it's Sean Whalen. Great movie. Super fucking weird. And
and also like I love the
awesome.
kind of like weird social messaging. It's that thing of like like it's like this like anti-gentrification movie basically.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then like Ving Rhames is in it too, and
and Wes Craven was a fucking badass. He didn't mind saying some social stuff sometimes, so he was a cool dude.
And the girl was the best friend. The girl in it was the best friend in My So-Called Life. The best friend that's an alcoholic in My So-Called Life.
There's an actress from Watertown that was on that show a little bit.
My So-Called Life?
Yeah. Her last name was Goldhorn or something. She, because it was shot at a high school. So that's one of those movies where even if you're an extra, you're in a ton of episodes, because, hey, in this scene, she's at math class. And now I need the math class extras again. So this lady showed up in whatever, episodes. Yeah. Watertown has actresses? Not anymore. We lost one. She moved to LA to be on My So-Called Life.
Anyways. I like that she's that's all she's done, and she's like she's gone for good.
I don't know, she's probably doing other stuff, just like the guy who taught acting here and then moved there. And speaking of Wes Craven, he helped he did production stuff with the remakes and stuff like of The Hills Have Eyes, which I've heard is one of the good remakes.
All Liquor says, I'm so confused. Is WKUK going to be available on streaming services or Blu-ray? Both,
motherfucker.
But like streaming services starting soon.
10 days, 11 days. So fucking get ready. Yeah, just check us out. Go to the Whitest Kids subreddit or look at me and Sam on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Sorry, X, and you'll find the news. But yeah, we're fucking all over the place. And Doll Liquor, if you didn't know that, then you might not know that Mars got into the Tribeca Film Festival, which is happening first week in June. And actually, someone said, "Are we going to all be there?" We don't know that yet, but I'm pretty sure it's me and you, right? We'll be there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Darren.
Oh, good. Awesome. So, Zach, we're I don't know. He's in production on a Barbarian 2 Electric La La Land. I'm just kidding. There's not a Barbarian 2. He's producing he's
Charging Magic Missile says, but I die in 9 days. Well, don't do it. Don't.
You know what? Trevor's dead too. So you know what? I mean, some people just don't get to do it.
Charging Magic Missiles. Wait, don't do it in 9 days.
Yeah, just
hold off.
Hey, should we watch Civil War on Drugs? Are we ready? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
We didn't even finish the trailer. Did you still want to watch the trailer?
Nah,
and Tim, you can take the.
No, we saw
the
thing that I thought was fun.
Yeah. Okay, I will take the thing off.
Why am I wearing sunglasses? Because look at this. My eyes are so red. Because I'm freaking baked as hell now.
Dudes.
Yo, Timmy. Dude, where's my car?
Oh, hold on. I need to put the right camera back on.
All right.
Now everybody's going to type that I'm gone. Like we don't know. Anyways. But yeah, so we're super excited, everybody. But it is 420 as well. And I ate a little bit of a gummy, which is why my face is so fucking bright red. But also I think it's the lighting in here. But
gonna drink this 1,000 milligram weed soda right now.
Wasn't it weed coffee you drank once and then you got on a plane and were sitting next to the guy who played like the marshal on Lost, and so you were like, oh fuck. Because I remember you told me about you were high or something and sat down and you were sitting, maybe not next to him, but you were sitting by the guy that played.
I forgot
Kate's
about you're
Marshall
like unlocking.
Lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that
totally forgot about that.
Suck when you're high. To like, because at the time we were watching Lost, you and I were both into it, and it was like you're like stoned, you get on a plane. There's the guy for the plane crash show. Oh no!
I was super high, and I was watching the episode, and this was a season 1 episode where they the one where Hurley's batteries run out on his CD player.
I kind of remember that.
And I was sitting there and I was all stoned out. I think I watched it like on my computer. And I like at the end was just like, that was so good. What if they're all dead? That's what I remember being like
bugged your office.
Yeah. And I remember being like I have this weird theory about this show. They're all dead to like Gemberling, and he's like, yeah, that's everyone's theory.
Always going to be a little miffed about that one. I defended it when a few others did, and then the last couple of episodes, I was like, nah.
Have you seen Leftovers yet?
No, I've heard it's so good, and I've just never gotten around to doing it.
It's so good.
I'm a lazy piece of shit. As we established. So, no, but that's one I should watch. And I was just realizing, even though there's 100 million episodes and I wasn't so into the ending, I was just realizing I bet my daughter would enjoy watching Lost. She's watching Friends right now. She's in the last couple seasons, so she's right in that 2003-4 area, and she's ready for more aughts entertainment.
So,
anyways, all right, what do you think? Should we do it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch Civil War on Drugs, everybody, because it's 420. Of course, what did I just do? Why am I hearing myself? Nate, turn off something. Okay. Anyways, yeah, but it's 420, which of course, weed hooray. But also, it's if you hopped in, missed it when we said earlier, it's the anniversary of the very first Whitest Kids live show, which happened before I even met these guys, and that was April 20th, 2001. So
2001,
3 years ago. Michael Jordan
like
years ago.
2000, but then it's because it was like pre 9/11, but no.
Right, no.
There was most of the year happened pre 9/11. No one,
right.
People forget about that.
Yeah, just about almost 9 months. A little over 9 months. Anyway, no, 8. I don't know, 8 months. Okay, so
a little over
I know
8
that.
months.
Right, I know that in interviews and stuff, occasionally when we would talk about it, Trevor would say 2000. He'd say 2001. He'd say 2000. Dates were not always strong suit there. So
no, details weren't as strong suit.
Details, right?
Accurate details were not Trevor's strong suit.
Like I remember in like 2015 or somewhere around there, he's like, I've known Sam for 20 years. It's like, no, you haven't.
I was hanging out with Amy recently, and it was like so great because she was like telling a story about something, and she goes, well, like Trevor would always say this, which it wasn't. And I was like, yeah, Amy, I've met him before. I know.
Right.
But there is like that funny thing of like, there are those Trevor stories where it's like, we all know like his truth isn't the truth, but like,
but what's the point in bringing it up?
Still a fun story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me, especially early on in the friendship, and I've had anxiety my whole life, but didn't know it. I just thought I was a yippee chihuahua man. And so Trevor would do stuff like that, and I just couldn't help fucking having to correct him sometimes. And then, you get older and stuff, and you realize like, okay, it's fine. Like, yeah, he can say I'm from North Dakota. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
He could say I'm from Iowa, whatever.
Oh, Principal Roles movie or computer crash, so we got to wait for Principal Roles to be back.
I saw someone before that say something about Fallout. I've only seen the funny because I just read the word funny. I've only seen the first episode. Great show, I thought so far. Have you seen it, Sam?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen I think 2 or 3 episodes. I'm still very early on, but like
visually, I mean, Jesus Christ.
And also like already I can tell like I that actress has been great in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She was in this other show before Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets is like kind of a big thing for her.
Yeah.
And
people really ate her up in Yellow Jackets.
Ella Purnell. Yeah.
Ella Purnell.
And I saw her in a couple of stuff before that. She's always been like, oh, she's great. She's like has like really great, like she's a really great character. But the Brotherhood of the Steel guy is so watchable. And Walton Goggins is just the best. And what a great use
someone in chat just said
Pemberton.
Yeah, and see, I've only seen one episode. I know that he gets more to do. But someone says, Timmy, my friend, as Speedpunk 96 says, my friend Kevin Matthews is in the Fallout show. He has a side part in 3 episodes. Cool. I wonder if he got to work with Pemberton or what he was doing. That's cool.
Oh yeah, and I love John Daly as the snake oil salesman is what I think his official name should be. I would, if I was to name that character, I would name that character Chicken Fucker. But that's
can't wait
me.
to get there. Right. One quick Pemberton story while we get the movie rolling here is Josh Fadum, and who's a friend of ours, and Pemberton are friends together. And Josh spends time in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Well, a friend of, because he's from there. So a friend of mine from the South Dakota comedy world, Dan Bublitz, who helped me put that festival together I've talked about before and stuff. Well, Dan has some friends. Dan lives in Denver now and had some friends who made it into the World Championship axe throwing, like the axe throwing World Championship, which is in Tulsa. So he went to Tulsa. Dan's a stand-up. He likes to, when I travel sometimes I like to see if I can get up anywhere. So he finds a comedy club to let him do a drop-in on that show that night or whatever. Well, he's waiting backstage or in the green room, and there's 2 other guys show up to do drop-ins, and he recognizes Johnny, and then he talks with Josh, and he hasn't ruined his brain like we have. So he's like, oh, so you guys know Timmy, right? And they're like, oh, yeah. So then they sent me a picture. And so I get this picture last night after a mushroom gummy. And it's like this guy I know from the South Dakota comedy world, and then 2 of my old school New York /LA friends. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, where are you? He's like, Oklahoma. I'm like, what is happening? Like, that only made it more confusing,
Yeah, I think they're working on a movie together.
Oh, are they doing that out there?
No, not a movie. I think a show.
Hold on, my daughter's knocking.
Johnny and
I'm listening.
Josh. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Here's Roy Von Bacon, everybody. Look at it. Look, he's looking at it. Oh God, look at his little face. I don't understand people. Oh, there's Nicolas Cage is now here too. I don't know if they smile, but he does a little head tilt. The Nick Cage thing is just floating above me. That's my daughter wearing a Nicolas Cage mask because I don't want her face on here. Roy, I'm not worried about people stealing your identity. Sorry. You know what? Here's the thing about lizards. They're just so zen, man. You can just watch them and be zen, right? Are you trying to do a Nicolas Cage voice? Just come up here with the Nicolas Cage voice and say like, I don't know, say something from Face Off.
I want to take his face off.
Here's the thing. Is that a Nicolas Cage mask or is that a John Travolta mask?
Sam says, is that a Nicolas Cage mask or a John Travolta mask? That was the other actor in Face Off. Yeah, you get it. Cool. All right, well, get out of here. I'm just kidding. Love you too. Bye, Roy. Love you too, Roy. Okay. I guess we can watch the movie now. Sorry, Nate. But I think that was a worthy distraction. Okay.
Do, 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 do.